When Diana Anderson started high school, she was a healthy athlete. She also had a wonderful family, friends, and a church life. In her senior year, when her long-term boyfriend broke up with her, the picture wasn't so rosy.
I didn't have this person that I had just given my heart to. It was earth-shattering to me as an 18-year-old. I really turned to fitness as a way to control my life, I think, and I really turned to food and counting calories and counting my minutes on the treadmill or at the gym as a way just to garner strength in my view, but I wasn't turning to God. I wasn't turning to my family or to my friends. Soon enough, I dropped from a healthy 120 pounds, which for 5'5" is very healthy, to 110 and then 100 pounds and below 100 pounds within months.
As Diana's body dwindled away, the concerns of her friends and family grew.
I don't think the changes with Diana were just sudden, or they weren't overnight. But over time, she seemed to lose that joyfulness that she'd always had. There began to be physical symptoms as well as a change in her mood.
Pretty unanimously, there was a cause for concern among my friends. I was sleeping inordinate amounts. I was probably getting about 10 hours of sleep a night and also feeling drowsy in school and activities. My hair was thin, my nails were real brittle, my skin had that sallow, yellowish tint to it, sunken in eyes and all of that. But to me, it was like a necessity, just a necessary inconvenience to be thin, and I was so fearful of gaining weight in any form or fashion. Food was my God. Absolutely, it was an idol. I mean, it was all consuming. I mean, I thought about what I'd eaten that day, if I could afford more calories. It was horrible, and I was in such bondage.
Diana's parents looked to a myriad of medical specialists for an answer.
Because of her physical symptoms, we just thought that there had to be an explanation. It still hadn't dawned on me that it could be an eating disorder.
As a last resort, Diana's mother decided to research all of her symptoms online.
My mom, one day, I came home from school and she was sitting in front of the computer and she asked me to sit down and look at what was on the monitor. And there were all these signs and various symptoms of anorexia, of which I possessed them all. And I read that list and I remember I just cried, and I looked at her and she looked at me and we both had that agreement.
There was no longer an opportunity for her to deny it or to ignore it, and so we began from that point.
From then I just began to go to God and to pray and say, I can't do this. I've tried everything to deny it for all this time, and my friends and my family are concerned, and I don't want to be one of those statistics of girls who let it go too far.
Diana began looking to the Bible and prayer in order to reshape her thinking.
You have to, I think, realize that the root is in the spirit world and in your own relationship with the Lord. And at that time, I, of course, had the belief in God, and I was, I'd been going to church for years, and I knew that God cared for me and all of that, but I wasn't giving Him my burdens, and I wasn't looking to Him to be my source of strength.
After a year of studying the Bible and praying about her anorexia, Diana was completely delivered from her eating disorder. Today, she is back to a healthy weight and nutritious eating habits. She's even written a book called Miss University to help college-age girls keep fitness and nutrition in balance.
Corinthians 6:19 has always been my go-to verse since I've been well, I should say, because it keeps me in check, and that is, do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit? And we're to honor God with our bodies in all that we do. I'm healed, I'm in the Lord, and He's taking care of me, and He's given me the grace. I'm not bound to food, I'm not bound to my body. Just to know that God cares about you so much, and He sent His Son to die for you, and He wants you to be well. He wants you to have life and to have it abundantly overflowing to the full. And a big part of that is your physical life, and Jesus is going to give you that.